A discrete distribution describes the probability of occurrence of each value of discrete random variable. A discrete random variable is a random variable that has countable values such as list of non-negative integers. Now, the mean. So we already know how to get the mean, but let us define the mean. The mean of a discrete random variable x is a weighted average of the possible values that the random variable can take. Okay, in getting the mean, we have the proper formula for that. So we have mean is equal to x sub 1 times p of x sub 1 plus x sub 2 times p of x sub 2 plus x of 3 multiply p of x sub 3 and so on and so forth. Or we have another formula for the mean. So we have mean is equal to summation of x times p of x, where x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3, and so on and so forth are the values of the random variable of x. While the p of x sub 1, p of x sub 2, p of x sub 3, and so on and so forth are the corresponding probability. We cannot derive easily a correct answer having only the formula for mean, because in computing the mean of a discrete probability distribution, there are some steps to be followed. Okay, first step, we have construct the probability distribution for the random variable x representing the number of the given problems. Step 2, multiply the value of the random variable x by the corresponding probability. Okay, last but not the least, we have step 3, add the results obtained in step 2. To easily understand kung ano ang ibig sabihin o kung paano sundin yung step natin, so let's have some examples. Okay, first example, the probabilities that a customer will buy 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 items in a grocery store are 3 over 10, 110, 110, 210, and 310 respectively. What is the average number of items that a customer will buy? Now, we already have a table here. So, according to the first step, we are going to construct the probability distribution for the random variable x representing the number of the given problem. Now, in our statement, what is the problem? Okay, so the problem is, or we are going to find is, we are going to find the average number of items that a customer will buy. So, what would be our x? So, our x would be the number of items. So, we have number of items. That is our x, or the variable of x. And then we have here the corresponding probability, and then also we have here the number of items, which is you are going to multiply this into our corresponding probability. Okay, now, as you can see in our problem, the number of items and our corresponding probability is already given, which is the number of items are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And also, we have already the corresponding probability respectively, which is we have 3 over 10. So next we have 1 over 10, and then 1 over 10, and then 2 over 10, and last we have 3 over 10. Ayan. We already do the step 1, which is construct constructing the probability distribution for the random variable x representing the number of items a customer will buy. And also, we already have the corresponding probability, which is 3 over 10, 1 over 10, 1 over 10, 2 over 10, and then 3 over 10. Ang problema na lang natin ngayon is kung paano natin makuha itong formula na ito, yung sagot dito. Okay. Dako na tayo sa step 2, which is multiply the value of the random variable x by the corresponding probability. Okay. So, we have here the x and then our corresponding probability. Ang sabi doon, we are going to multiply the x doon sa ating corresponding probability. As you can see, we have the whole number and the fraction numbers. Okay. In rules, in multiplying fraction to a whole number, na kung saan ang whole number ay magkakaroon or automatically magkakaroon ng denominator na 1. Let me show you. So, we have here 1 over 1, and then 2 over 1, 3 over 1, 4 over 1, and then 5 over 1. Now, yan. So, lahat sila ay fraction na. So, ang gagawin na lang natin ngayon is we are going to multiply numerator, and then denominator to denominator. Okay. So, we have numerator 1 and numerator 3. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. So, you have 3 over 1 times 10 is equal to 10. Easy as that. Okay, next, we have 2 times 1 is equal to 2 over 1 times 10 is equal to 10. Next, 3 times 1 is equal to 3 over 1 times 10 is equal to 10. Next, 4 times 2 is equal to 8 over 1 times 10 is equal to 10. Last, we have 5 times 3 is equal to 15 over 1 times 10 is equal to 10. There you go. We already have the answer. Ang problema na lang natin ngayon ay kukunin natin yung average number of items that the customer will buy. So, para makuha yon, ang gagawin natin, or I already showed you kung ano ang formula natin sa min. So, we have the easily one. We have the summation of x times p of x. Ayan. So, saan ba natin makikita ito? So, ito yan. Ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung average o yung pinaka-sum nitong sagot natin dito. Ibig sabihin, i-add natin lahat yan. So, we have 3 over 10 plus 2 over 10 plus 3 over 10 plus 8 over 10 plus 15 over 10 is equal to 31 over 10. And also, hindi pa yun yung pinakamin natin. Para makuha natin, so we are going to divide 31 into 10. So, 31 divided by 10 is equal to 3.1. Therefore, the mean of the probability distribution is 3.1. And this implies that the average number of items that the customer will buy is 3.1.